Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. Happy New Year, happy new astrological year, my dear friends. I hope that you're all well. There's a new moon happening in Aries. Today's the 20th of March of 2023. Portals opening one after the other. So I thought I would read for you. It is a Monday, which I don't usually do a reading on Monday, but I thought it'd be very important. Thank you for joining me here. Those of you on Patreon, you've got the new moon there, so you can check it out. Okay, the analysis, the astrology on the new moon. And I thought it'd be a very important time to see what Spirit has got for us, as spring is in the air if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, autumn if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. So I'll be taking a message to see astrologically what's showing up, but also through the mythic oracle. Let's take a message from the gods and see what the advice is, as it's like we're at the edge of the cliff, right? Aries season, it's like an emergence of the warrior coming through. It's all about having the courage to either start a new journey or continue on your journey that you've started maybe last year. There are many cycles that are playing out. And in the next 3 days, Pluto will be entering Aquarius. So it is a big portal. Many portals are opening. Right, very important. It's like needing to step into something. Make sure you step with a foot of certainty, okay, and make sure that what this new journey, this new adventure is for you, that you know that Spirit has your back. And sometimes it will take a risk, right? There is a risk factor to this. So what, dear Spirit, what is it that we need to know pertaining to the new astrological year and this new moon in Aries? So this could speak to a 2-week period. It could speak to a 3-month period, but a whole year as well, until the next new astrological year of 2024. What's going on? And we've got the Emperor, and the Emperor does speak to someone who sits in a position of power. This is Aries energy, where we see that the Emperor, being Aries, obviously could be any other sign, but we know he could be someone that is very powerful, that's stepping into our life. We could be the Emperor of our own lives. It does speak to responsibility, but there are gifts as well, as I see the Emperor here as Father Christmas. So there will be gifts in taking this new journey, this risk. Capricorn also comes to me with this card. Capricorn season is Christmas, right? So yes, it could be pointing back to last Christmas. A Capricorn individual, anything to do with career or your goals, what you aspire to create, my dear friends. So where something looks really tough and really you're feeling as though there may also be someone that's trying to hold you in a certain position. So what I mean by that is trying to control you, or you're being controlled by someone who is in a position of power above you, right? There's a gift in this, and that's what I see with the Father Christmas outfit here. So an Emperor, this could be someone who's in your life. This could be a boss. This could be a partner. Right, I do get very strong Aquarius energies as well. He looks like he's very cold, very detached, but he's got that flame within. He hides it well. It looks like something that he desires or that you desire. There's a potential here for it. It's like a wish fulfillment or a gift that will come to you. And so this could also speak to someone being very open about their desires, what they really want. And remember that the Emperor sits very powerfully. He does what is best for the group and not the individual. So yes, you may be dealing with someone who is in a position of power and responsibility. They may not show their emotions, but they may be very tempted to. Right? Fire and air. Fire and air can be very explosive as well. This could speak to a world leader as well, someone who does sit on the throne. So it could speak to a king. Now, as the sun has ingressed, or is ingressing in the next few hours into Aries, it's in a very powerful position. So yes, it could speak to powerful people, new beginnings, new cycles, risk factors, warlike energies as well. A lot of irritation, maybe frustration still. Let's see what the tarot advisors. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Archangels, for your guidance. What's going on this new moon in Aries, the new astrological year, as we start off the year with a new moon in Aries, which is in square. It's in square to Aries, so it can be, I don't know, this could also speak to backfire, something karmically that's backfiring on someone. It's like where there's been deception, there's been secrecy, there's been like planning, strategizing, and secrecy, but there's new potential here, and there can be a lot of, I feel, I need to say temptation, but anger. I still feel anger. I feel sudden, quick things coming in. They can have to do with our emotional, financial securities as well. This could be a father figure. This could be a boss, as I said. It could be an influential person that is supportive. Again, the energies are different for all of us. What's going on, please, Spirit? Can you please guide us? Oh my goodness, Three of Swords, what's crowning? We've got the Death card, transition. Where are we coming from? The Emperor is at the foundation. Wow, wow. Recent past, we've got a Tower moment. Right now, in the now, we're at the Three of Swords. This could speak to disappointments, but it can also speak to, of course, a broken heart, third parties. Something has come to an awareness. Someone's had or is going through a major shift, a transition. Remember, the Death card speaks to Scorpio. That's where the South Node is. Some of you could be letting go of someone that was very controlling for you and in your life. But this can also say here that we've been trying to stabilize something, secure something. But something needs to fall away so that this can happen. We need to shed some karma that we've been carrying pertaining to the past. Yes, we are in transition, and the transition is probably an ending, right? And we know that Aries is new cycles, new beginnings, so we're sort of shedding, letting go of past karma, pain. There's major change which has come through recently, like a shocking event, a surprising event. What is the possible outcome? We've got the Devil and we've got materialism, but wow, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major Arcana cards. This is a Saturnian card. And of course it is the Devil, which speaks to Capricorn. So we know that Aries season opens up. It opens up. It's this new moon is happening at the 0 degrees of Aries, which is the world axis. Very important things going on in the world as well as personally for us. So it activates the cardinal signs. So the cardinal signs, of course, is Aries, opposite is Libra. Then we've got Capricorn and Cancer. So it's what it's saying is that more than likely for many of us, this has got to do with the past. I mean, the most important angles are activated here. So relationships, self-worth, I be my, the individual versus relationships, connected to home, the past, and to the future, to one's career. So this is where the sort of push and pull, I feel, is coming from. So those areas in our lives are very much about change, needing courage, that warrior, gutsy ability to move forward, to take a risk, right? So relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, of course. And I feel that it's like looking back around, focusing more on our emotional lives, our home lives, our personal lives, and things to do with the past, because the Emperor is the focal point here, right? And personally, of course, this could be someone that you've been dealing with that's gone through an awakening. They're going through some sort of transition, and obviously heartbreak, disappointment, or they're disappointing a third party here. We've got the Devil speaks to Saturn, which is hard work, right? It's hard work, it's limitations, it's blockages, but it also speaks to, because Saturn has moved into Pisces, having the ability now to see things from a clear perspective and start to build on something long-term that we want to create. So for many of you, this could be a change in career, right? You're striving or working towards something long-term here, something physical, tangible, or this is possibly some sort of a dream that did not pan out but is promised in the future through timing, particular moment in time, I should say. Remember that the Devil does speak to love affairs, it speaks to hard work, it speaks to career, limitations, restrictions because of needing to be the elder, the wiser, the mature. Right, so there's growth here, there's maturation, there's growth, there's fundamental changes, right? What's at the bottom here? And we've got Judgment, another major arcana which speaks to, there's a major cycle that's ending here. Many of us have not been really living. This is like a process of, going through death, and then a rebirth. It's like the phoenix rising up from its ashes. There's new potential. There's a necessity to let go of unhealthy attachments, relationships, right? And remember that the death card, this is the great potential because it's in a very strong position in the reading here. So we're in transition. Okay, so in actual fact, this is not going to be easy. Why? Because we've got Mars, we've got Pluto. Pluto shows up twice. Pluto is ready to step into Aquarius, right? So anything that's been, right, we've got Capricorn and Saturn. Let's say we've got the three malefic planets. The three malefic planets, which says this transition, this change is not an easy one, but it promises success, it promises overcoming hardships, coming out of difficult, unhealthy attachments, but also remember that because how I see it as a chart here, right? So Aries, right, which is on this side here, we've got Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, right? As we look at the chart as it comes naturally with Aries here on the rising, on the ascendant. So Aries season is going to bring a major shift, a major awakening. It may not be easy. Remember the tower is never easy. It's great changes, fundamental changes. What we're striving for is change in our goals, what we aspire to create, right? We do have a sense of security, affiliation, support here from your home, from the past. This could be an important person that you've known from your past, right? This could be a partner, someone that you've known from the past, someone that you possibly worked with from the past. It is someone that is very powerful as well, right? Unless this is us taking the throne and being the emperor of our own lives. Where relationships are concerned, relationships that were unhealthy, controlling, karmic, it's time for them to go. Because remember that by mid-year, we're going to have the nodal axis, North Node, leaving Taurus and moving into Aries, and the South Node leaving Scorpio, moving into Libra. So this could be important relationships. Yes, tying the knot, long-term contracts, right? Long-term contracts, because Saturn speaks to building, the building blocks. We've got second chances. Archangel Michael is here giving us second chances. There's a moment of resurrection, but we're needing to sever ties with unhealthy past. It's like closing the door, finishing up with something that we've been purging, letting go of. What's that on? There's the portal. There's the portal that opens up. And I feel that there's a lot of karma going on, that what we worked very hard towards, what we sacrificed from our own lives, right? There's a potential for reaping the rewards. Here is the portal, 1111. This is a new partnership, a new marriage, leaving unhealthy connections, contracts, affiliations, friendships, whatever it is, right? And beneath that is the High Priestess, needing to follow your intuition, right? Remember, this is Pisces, Virgo. It's all about sacrifice, service to the world, trusting your higher self. A lot of secrets, a lot of things that maybe intuitively you felt, maybe you knew they were little voices screaming out to you about possibly, and I'm going to say possibly for many, this could be from September to October, that they're reaping the rewards of their actions. New beginnings, right? But there's critical moments where we're going to have to make important decisions to step through that portal. There will be opportunities, right? Remember, this is like the phoenix. So, but dear Spirit, why do we have the Three of Swords here? Because in the now position, which could be the Aries season, could be the next 3 months, Three of Swords is a disappointment. Third parties, let's see. Remember, I'm not reading reversals. We've got the Ace of Cups, so this is self-love. This is second chances at love, creating something that you maybe tried to create in the past and you weren't able to. This is a potential, right? Ace of Cups is here. It's like closing up this wound, closing up a particular wound, new opportunities. Why do we have the Emperor? What is the Emperor in the deep past? We've got the Magician. So the Magician is powerful, right? Another major arcana on this Emperor. He's got all the tools to make the magic. Does he, or he's got an ace up his sleeve. As above, so below. The Magician is an ace, and remember that Aries season is like the Fool. I don't know if possibly this is speaking to the new astrological year last year. Maybe there was some trickery, some possible ability to make magic. Maybe the timing wasn't right. Something needed to be seen. What is the Tower? What is the Tower in the recent past? We've got the Nine of Swords. A lot of worry, stress and anxiety pertaining to change, or a difficult awakening here. Four of Pentacles, things being up in the air. This is like the miser. I don't want to let go. How can I move into this new phase in my life? Things are up in the air. This challenge has brought changes where our stability, where our home, our emotional security, our money, the security where our money is concerned, all these things could be playing out. Fours, the Emperor is a 4. We've got a 4 of Pentacles, which is very much the Taurian energy. Taurus is fixed earth, so change doesn't come easy, and we've all got Taurus somewhere in our chart. Let's see why we've got the the Death card here. The Death card, please, Spirit. What's that about? And we've got the 6 of Wands. So transitioning towards possibly some form of success, balance. This could also speak to the death of someone who is in a position of power, someone very important, a VIP, a king on a collective scale. And this will be very shocking. Leo comes through with the 6 of Wands. And we go from the Death card to success. So anything that we're shedding and letting go to fill that void up does promise success, recognition. Let's look at the Materialism card and the Devil here. There is a rainbow behind the Devil here, which does promise that through hard work, integrity, and at a possible particular time for each of us, it will be at a different time, there is the promise of something long term. Let's see though. Another 4. 4 of Cups, and we see usually the 4 of Cups is, not being able or not wanting or to accept this cup. 4 cups, right? And we see the cup here coming from the angel. There is communication here. There is the understanding that this Ace of Cups is on offer here. I don't know if this is second chances, missed opportunities that could be coming back around again. Maybe the timing is now in the Aries season, could be in a month. Remember, from one new moon to the next new moon, my dear friends, we are in eclipse energies. There's going to be a second new moon in Aries on the 20th of April. Which will be at a very critical degree. So it's like cutting edge energies that we're in right now, right? I want to take one more on that 4 of Cups. And we've got the Moon. I was just talking about the eclipsed, the new moon, the second consecutive new moon in Aries. So from now until the 20th of April, today being, so in a month, a lot will happen. A lot will be shown. A lot will be shown. The moon, of course, remember again, it speaks to the past. It naturally rules the 4th house. So important stuff going on collectively. The moon does rule the people, but it also rules our home country, where we reside, our actual home, the mother, things that were very secretive. We've got Cancer Capricorn here, which again speaks to the home or to the home and career, personal life, public life, someone's reputation here. And this, I also get with the Emperor, that it's like someone's mask comes off. They've got a very strong demeanor, right? They need to be, the Emperor is someone who doesn't show emotions apart from anger or just being very quick-tempered and very cold many times. It's like someone's mask comes off. And I get a sense of someone being ridiculed as well, where they're They come across as quite silly. A great embarrassment I get here. Great embarrassment for someone. So lots of fours, a lot to do with the home, the past, subconscious fears coming up. Pay attention to your dreams, right? Okay, let's take other cards. Let's take some other cards and see what's going on. Astrologically speaking, what is the influence of the planets? Please, Spirit. We've got Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Taurus. And I'm going to say Pisces as well. Black Moon, Lilith, and Mystery. Wow, okay. Black Moon, Lilith is a raw feminine energy there. She needs respect. She can just lose it. She demands respect. She demands equality. She's a feminine archetype, but she's also very connected to childbirth, children. She did not accept being beneath Adam, as the story goes. She wanted equality. So, but she was, punished very harshly. So this could speak to harsh moments, difficult moments, rage, anger, the anger coming from the feminine archetype as well, or something mysterious that will be shown through challenge. Something connected to children as well on a collective scale here. Uranus and Genius. So some sort of mystery will be resolved because of a clever mind, being very open-minded, doing things very differently. Uranus, remember, is the tower. It's very shocking. Of course, speaks to mystery, and it's a number 12. Number 12 is, it's Pisces, right? It's the 12th house. But also it's release, closing up a cycle here. And Uranus, of course, rules Aquarius. Aquarius is where Pluto is going to enter. And it's the humanitarian. It's people coming together, affiliation groups, connection through social media. It's the internet. It's stressful. It rules the nervous system. Our nervous system is ruled by Uranus, right? So it can speak to stress, anxiety, but through pressure, something will come of it. And Uranus is like the sky god. It's like having a higher perspective, being able to see things from a higher viewpoint, a great intelligence here. Part of fortune and increase. Part of fortune, which is like the wheel of fortune. Ingenious ways, new ways, technological ways, new discovery of how to do things, old things in a different way, in a new way, which will bring opportunities here. But remember, we're in eclipse energies here, and Aries, the Aries eclipse will be at the 29th degree, so obviously it will affect the cardinal signs that are born in the last days. Aries, Capricorn, this new moon now is going to affect those that are born in the first 2-3 days. Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and Libra. But the second consecutive new moon, which will be a solar eclipse on the 20th of April, will be affecting those born in the last 2-3 days of the cardinal signs, but also Also the fixed signs. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. And again, the fixed signs, those born in the first 2-3 days, will be affected by this new moon as well. That's happening now. Now on the 20th of March, 20th, 21st of March. So there's going to be some sort of increase. A part of fortune is like the wheel of fortune. It's like chance happenings here. Yes, it can speak to increase, luck, abundance, and all that, but it can also speak to, it also points to the physical body, our physical bodies. It's like we're going through some sort of an upgrade, moving towards the age of Aquarius, right? Pluto entering the 0 degrees of Aquarius in the next few days, and will be in and out of Capricorn and Aquarius. There's a new cycle, a new fundamental changes. It's like wrapping something up, which is connected to Capricorn. Capricorn rules the 10th natural house, dear friends. It's those who hold the control over the people, right? So a lot will be shown that needs to be eclipsed, right? But it's a new seed. We've got new seeds in Aries. So a lot of possible, and I'm going to say also because Mars and Uranus, I see a lot of energies, can be very powerful. Why? Because the energies can be very explosive, and Mars is sort of out of bounds. He can act like Uranus in a very radical, unpredictable way. But whatever this change is, because Uranus is like a lightning strike, and there's something we're going to hear. My right ear is just buzzing now. There is something that we're going to hear, a breakdown, a shift, a major shift. This could also speak to freaky weather, difficult weather conditions. And I don't know if this speaks to power, electricity, anything that we use for power, for warming ourselves. So our reserves, anything that the human needs to survive. Remember, Aquarius is electricity, new forms of power, energy. What's at the bottom here? We've got Mercury and mind. This is all about logic. Mercury also rules the children. Mercury is in Aries right now. So can be very, how can we say it? Mercury in Aries can be very impulsive. So blurting things out, out of our mouths that we don't expect, hearing from others things that they don't expect. It's like things happening quickly, right? Mercury does speak to technology, movement, but also the children, education. And it's a number 3, and 3 does speak to expansion, growth, third parties. So we've got a 12, a 9, and a 45. I don't know what these numbers, if they're important for you. Let's add them just for a moment. So we've got a 3 and a 9 is 12, and a 9 is 21, and 3 is 24, which equals 2 and a 4 equals 6. 6 is the lovers. So partnerships, relationships, choices. 6 is a number of balance, but again, it brings up Gemini. And, on this new moon, Mars is still in Gemini. So maybe choices that have been made or not made have brought some sort of disappointment. But it's saying that in due time, and Spirit doesn't want to tell us anything else here. There's something connected to the home, the past, the family, the mother, and the mother is the womb, right? So there's something created, and of course new moon is a new seed. Don't forget to send your wishes out to Spirit, right? Make sure that you are clear to Spirit what it is you're hoping to manifest. Let's take the Lenormand. Yeah. I feel that humanity is on the verge of letting go pertaining to materialism because our values are changing. North Node in Taurus, my dear friends. Our values are changing. You could see that he is chained up because he's all about what's physical, tangible, right? Working towards riches. And of course, remember that Capricorn is our governments. It's big pharma. It's the elite. It's those who hold the power and the riches. Looks like they may be answering. They may be needing to answer to karma, because here is Pluto, and Pluto, if we look at it as the chart, this is Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto is going to transform and will bring the riches over to the community. Aquarius is the community. It's all about forming community, friendships, and starting to work on the earth, right? Just as we've seen through the news, right? A breakdown of the banking system, many fundamental changes that we've been expecting. And that's what Uranus in Taurus is bringing. Great change. A change to our earth, a change to our lives, a change to our values. We've got the mice, which speaks to third parties, unhealthy situations, a sense of unjust situations. This is like having been in a very difficult, unhealthy situation. This speaks to deficiency, ill health, third parties, gossip, right? Something eating away at us, right? We've got the moon once more. And we've got the anchor here. I'm going to say unhealthy secretive third party attachments may be changing now, because of course this could speak to business as well, because the anchor does speak to either getting grounded, not being in a dream, not living in a dream world, because Saturn in Pisces will bring us the truth, right? Where there's been unhealthy situations here with the mice. This could also speak to subconscious fears, fear of loss, fear of a lack of stability. Psychological issues, right? Psychosis, all these things will be coming up because we've all felt that there's been a lot of risk where our emotional lives are concerned, right? The moon. Those of us that are mothers, can we provide for our children, right? For the ones that we love. Remember Black Moon Lilith? She was giving birth to her children. They were being taken away from her and killed in front of her eyes. So very tragic, very difficult situations, surely. But Uranus will find an ingenious way to get us out of the darkness here. This is like breaking free from a past karmic situation, a very dark situation as well. There is promise for stability here, even though there's worry around it. Right? This is like putting in the effort, having the upper hand. 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups, right? To fight, to move towards where our happiness is, where we'll find our happiness. This could be a change of residence. a change of relationships, a change of partnerships. It's like finding our luck elsewhere, even though it's quite risky, right? Pay attention to your dreams. The moon has come through twice. We've got the lucky clover, number 6, 6 of Pentacles. It's like a return on, you know, have we been standing in integrity? There's a moment of opportunity here for reciprocating with someone, a deal, a moment of luck, a portal opens. There's the lily, and the lily speaks to needing to believe. It's like Mother Mary, motherly, divine source, creation, right? The lily. I love the lily. This speaks to, again, an ethical connection. It speaks to maybe having been like in a wintry, you know, sort of like the hermit, having been in the hermit mode, needing to find our truth, to see the light here. Okay, we've got the clouds clearing because they're in the reverse. Having clarity and also being able to see. I mean, the book is open. The book is open. We've got the flashlight. It's like the sun, the light shows us what's been hidden, what sort of a lesson we needed to go through. And this is connected to the 10 of Pentacles, which 10 of Pentacles does speak to family. It speaks to abundance. That there will be support. There will be opportunities to see through the clouds, the cloudedness, like those rose-colored glasses coming off. Maybe we could see through the eyes of, and through connection to spirit. Now, the lily can also speak to a divine spiritual connection as well, but needing to believe, right? That's what I get with the lily. It's also a card of wisdom, great wisdom. And wisdom hopefully coming to the world. And we see that those who have used their power in a wrongful way, it's like they'll be uncovered. That's what I get here. There will be moments of opportunities for that. And we've got the Queen of Hearts. It's like transitioning to a new home, a new beginning. Queen of Cups, right? There's love there. In these new beginnings, there is love. Remember, the Queen of Cups holds the Ace of Cups, which does have a lid on it. It's like she hasn't been open, or there haven't been the opportunities to be able to fill that cup. But she's following her intuition. Remember, the Queen of Cups is like the High Priestess, needing to believe that there's a new cycle, and the storks bring the child. They bring happiness, new cycles, new home, new transition. We're in transitioning, right? This could be at a physical distance, a new home at a physical distance. There's the key. Have you put in the effort? That is what will show up for you. The key is finding the resolution. Yes, the key speaks to achievement, revelation, something long-lasting, and having the courage, even if we're fearing this leap of faith. Right? Chiron is in Aries, leaving those dark thoughts behind and transitioning anyway, taking that leap of faith. But coming from a place of love, compassion, empathy, right? Mercury in Gemini is the stork, and it speaks to great change, my dear friends. All right, I think I just want to take some Sibilas, and I will take a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What is this moon? What is the devil? And what is the Four of Cups about? We've got the artista, very much like some sort of a discovery. This could be someone, yes, literally, that sits behind a desk, wears a uniform, very much the King of Swords, which we've also got We've got the King of Swords on the lily. It's like clearing the air, being open, right? And we've got a King of Wands in the reverse here. King of Wands in the reverse is an unhealthy attachment, my dear friends. Right? King of Swords will tell you the truth even if it hurts. Right? So we had a Queen of Cups, we've got a King of Wands, and we've got on a personal level, right? And we've got a King of Swords. So this would be more the King of Swords, as maybe there's been a lack of clarity pertaining to them or what's going on for them. I mean, this artista is sitting on the devil. So some blockages, some karma, attachments, unhealthy attachments, working too hard. I do feel here that there's some sort of a discovery, because it's the Seven of Cups, which is more the Piscean. But we've got Uranus and the genius. This would be the genius. On a collective scale, this is someone that's very intelligent, very scientific. Could be a doctor, right? Could be a doctor, could be someone who works in the legal field, a politician, could be anything. We've got l'amante. L'amante is a love offer, and this is the Four of Cups. This is the romantic offer, like the Knight of Cups, very similar. Romeo and Juliet, the lover, is here. So there is an offer on the table here. A very creative offer, very positive offer. Oh my God, and we've got La Reunion. This is two people. This is like coming together to form an alliance, right? It's Eight of Wands, which could speak to physical distance. It's like not so much about, it's not so much about the recessive energy, the feminine energy. This is masculine energy. Aries is a cardinal fire sign, which says there's more masculine energy. Aries is ruled by Mars, so it takes courage, it takes guts, it takes the warrior. Something will be cleared. There is an offer on the table, and there's a reunion. There's a revisiting, or possibly for some of you, connecting with someone from your past. If not, this could be a family reunion with a mother, your mother. This could be a friendship, doesn't have to be. This could be an old colleague reunion. This could be a school reunion, anything like that. But we know that the Eight of Wands do speak to Cupid's love messages. Quick action, a lot of fire moving forward. It's not so much about dreaming, it's about taking the action towards this reunion, this meeting, this get together, this let's meet up. I see here it's like the yin and the yang working together here, working together in sync. And we've got the pensiero here. Pensiero is like the hermit. It's the Six of Pentacles. It's lots of thought, looking at the little details, possible contracts, being in one's cave, right? As I said, just like the hermit. So someone is seriously thinking, possibly also where relationships, contracts, agreements are concerned, all these things. We've got part of fortune and increase here. So the wheel turns. This is like the Wheel of Fortune, remember? So we could say we've got Jupiter and Uranus, my dear friends. Just on that note, they will be traveling very close together this year, but they're going to connect next year. 2024 promises. Uranus and Jupiter coming together, which is going to be a big, of significance, of significant importance, right? And remember, Uranus, new banking system, new ways of doing our money, new sources of energy, power. Jupiter, expansive, optimistic, wise, Both Uranus and Jupiter speak to wisdom, right? Freedom. New ways of education. Jupiter is philosophies, it's intelligence, it's higher education. Uranus is new forms of learning, new ways of learning, great intelligence, the genius. I love this. Let's see. Let's take a message from the wisdom of the oracle, dear Spirit, on the new astrological year. What is the potential? What is the message? What is the advice? And on this new moon in Aries. Which will be happening at the 0 degree of Aries. What is the advice, please, Spirit? What is the advice? Building blocks, which is in the reverse. Building blocks does speak to Saturn in Pisces for me, but also Pluto, I suppose. But Pluto is slower, way slower. So he's going to take years to be able to start building a firm foundation for humanity. It's a process. Let's see the reverse message. We did get the reverse message. Now is the time to address the cracks in the foundations of your life. Perhaps your values have changed and it is time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Or perhaps you chose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. So yes, totally on point, I would say. Remember that the building blocks are Saturn in Pisces. But we need to get rid of the illusion and the fantasy and see things without those rose-colored glasses. A reverse card for me speaks to the building blocks coming in the future, not right now. Now it's more about going on that journey, right? Going on that journey, taking that risk. Let's see what the gods have got for us. Dear Spirit, Archangels, please guide. What do the gods want to communicate? No, not yet. Not yet. What is the message for the collective, as we're all part of the collective, my dear friends, remember? Which god is wanting to advise? What is it important that we need to know on this new astrological year, dear Spirit? Looks like Spirit wants me to choose the card. Spirit trusts that I will take the correct message, I feel here. Thank you, Spirit. I shall take the card. Selene and intuition. And we've got the moon. We've got Black Moon Lilith, which is the dark side of the moon, right? Selene and intuition. We had the moon here. We had the moon here as well. So a lot to do with intuition, a lot to do with cycles. Remember, the moon is the people. Let's read, and it's a number 7. So Cancer comes up very strongly. Cancer, Pisces as well. It's like things, what it's saying to me is that things that were hidden are going to be coming through. Selene is the daughter of Hyperion and Thea and the sister of Helios, the sun, and Eos, dawn. She is the I cannot read this word. I cannot say this word. She is the personification of the moon, and is often depicted with a half moon on her head riding a silver chariot across the sky, and is sometimes depicted bearing a torch. This is a time for cutting away all the mind chatter and connecting to the deepest part of yourself. There is a voice, a feeling that exists within you that cannot lie or steer you wrongly, and this voice is always there. You must be brave enough to hear, acknowledge, and follow that a voice as intuition is not rooted in logical or cultural thought. It is rooted in the deepest core of our being. If you have felt confused or haven't known what to do or where to go, the answers you have been seeking have been within you all this time. You may not be ready to hear them all, but you will be able to hear enough to take you to the next phase. You may be on a journey where things need to unfold one step at a time, and your intuition will be the only guide you have along this path. Trust it. It is important to have a time out right now, as a reconnecting to the self must occur so that you can hear this inner voice of intuition. It is essential that you write, meditate, or do whatever it is that reconnects you to yourself at this time. Intuition is the wisdom of the body, heart, and mind in unison, and outer influences must be cut away at the moment so that you are able to be in your sync with this inner intelligence. It is essential to integrate into your life a routine that includes personal connection time so that you are always in touch with yourself. All the answers exist within you. Right now, all you need to do is listen. And my darlings, the moon, obviously Selene can speak to things that are hidden, secretive connections, relationships, anything connected to the mother, your past, your heritage, your lifeline. The moon also speaks to our emotional security, our personal lives, our private lives. And the moon, of course, is the yin energy, very compassionate, very loving, very sacred. We know that the power of the mother, Mother Gaia, the mother, anyone can take on the position of being the mother. It's all about nurturing, loving, compassion, and giving selflessly. But sevens, remember, 7 is the chariot. It's all about change. It's about making a decision to move forward towards victory, using the power of, the darkness and the light. And we're put in a position where we take our lives where we want them, right? We sit in the chariot. The changes are up to us. And of course, 7 is a number of conflict, but it's also a very spiritual number. So remember, number 28, which is building blocks, it does add up to a 10. So we are talking about endings and possible new beginnings. 10 does turn into an ace, doesn't it? We've got new beginnings, new cycles. I think, my darlings, I will leave it there. I hope that this helped. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Looks like the Emperor will be a very important figure. And the Emperor, remember, is all about leadership, power, control, but controlling you know, keeping the ship afloat. The Emperor is the captain of the ship. So when we've got healthy leaders, they could take us to a place of stability, right? Security. When those who sit in power are not able to keep the ship afloat, it's time for them to let someone else take charge. Okay? So a change in power, we could be seeing this as well. It's like the power shifts from those few into the many. And I do feel like a sense of some sort of ridicule and embarrassment with this Emperor. So that'll be interesting. You can always come back to this reading way down the track. I'm sure that, you know, because this is the new astrological year, so this could also be viewed months down the track where we will find ways to understand that, yes, this is what, let's say, this is what the Emperor and the Magician spoke to, like a very intelligent Emperor that is very powerful from the past, right? Someone who's very, very intelligent indeed, just like a magician, yeah? Gemini, could be a Virgo. So we shall see how this plays out moving forward. All right, my darlings, thank you so much for connecting with me. Happy new moon in Aries and happy astrological new year. I'm wishing you well to all of you moving forward. All the best, and know that we are all together very powerful. We need to come together and be able to create. We can make magic all together, but as individuals, no can do. Love and light, dear ones. Talk to you soon.